Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeem here to continue with my first round mock draft for the 2014 NFL Draft. Today, April 2nd, it's time to talk about pick number 2 belonging to the St. Louis Rams. Now they finished 7-9 last season, not too bad, and they showed a lot of potential, but they could still use some help on both sides of the field. Now let's talk about Sam Bradford, their quarterback. Actually had 14 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on his way to having an impressive year, but he ended up injuring his knee and he missed the remainder of the season and had to undergo knee surgery. But he is back and he still needs some help on the offensive side. One position in particular that they desperately need, they need a good offensive tackle to protect Sam Bradford's blind side or even to help out the run game, as well as they still need a receiver to step up in the receiving corps for the St. Louis Rams. They got a lot of young players, but they can still use a top-notch receiver. Tavon Austin had just over 400 yards last season. Now he was just a rookie, so hopefully he can step it up this year, but he still needs a good number one receiver, a good deep ball threat, and that is still a need that they have in void. I think they're going to really search for that particular position in this year's draft again, like they did in previous drafts, and hopefully they could get some luck this year and help out the receiving corps overall. They have some young players, but nobody's really stepping up to be that number one guy. That number one receiver last season was Jared Cook, a tight end, and that's pretty sad. They're going to need help at the receiver position. And then on the defensive side, they can use some help in the secondary. They can either use a cornerback, but I don't really think they should go cornerback with this pick, because they had some two decent cornerbacks last season with Tremaine Johnson and Janoris Jenkins. Both these two players combined with 25 pass breakups, and actually Tremaine Johnson led the team with 3 interceptions. But I do think they could use a safety, and I don't think a safety is going to be a good value pick at pick number 2 overall. So with this particular selection, I have to go with offensive tackle in this one, and I think that the best player that they should get is Greg Robinson coming out of Auburn. He's an excellent run blocker. He shows great skills as a pass blocker, but he can even help out that run attack and help out Zach Stacy get a lot of yardage. He showed a lot of potential last season. Zach Stacy rushed for just under 1,000 yards, 3.9 yards per carry. He had 7 touchdowns, and he even helped out a couple of you fantasy players out there in fantasy football. He had a couple of impressive games, and particularly even against the Carolina Panthers defense. I think this particular player, Zach Stacy, could be a good prospect for the fantasy football this upcoming year. He showed a lot of potential in what he did as a rookie, and I think that Greg Johnson, the offensive tackle out of Auburn, can do the job to even help out the run attack and even protect Sam Bradford. He's displayed a lot of skills. I think he should be that guy. Now, I believe that they should go with Greg Robinson, and I think they will pick Greg Robinson with this selection. I told you guys I was going to do 2 mock drafts, who I think they should pick and who I think they will pick, and I think they will pick Greg Robinson with this selection, but they can still go with Jake Matthews, the offensive tackle out of Texas A&M. Those 2 players are fighting for this position, but I have to go with Greg Robinson only because he's a better run blocker, and they need to have a well-balanced attack on the offensive side, running and throwing the football. Sam Bradford's been doing a pretty decent job lately, and hopefully he can overcome that knee surgery and become a good comeback player of the year with his passing game, and they have a good running back behind him in Zach Stacy, and I think that Greg Robinson can even open up bigger holes for Zach Stacy and have a good, well-balanced offensive attack. So I have to go with Greg Robinson out of Auburn. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys, I'm going to continue with my mock draft tomorrow with pick number 3 belonging to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Thank you for watching this blog from Pro Football Exclusive. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.